1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Guys, mic check 1 2. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully my voice is 5x5, you guys can hear me. Welcome to everybody on the vertical stream, and we're live on the horizontal stream as well. We got AvGeek Brute Force in the house, says hello, early stream I see. Yeah, I wanted to squeeze this in at lunchtime. YourSim CFI is on a plane on his way back to Toronto from the FS Expo, says about to launch out of Boston, but will be home for the return flight. I hope you like the new flight model plus the other stuff. Yes sir, have a great flight, Sim CFI. And we got Eskimos in the house, says hello Simple Takeoffs, happy Canada Day to you as well, my brother. Welcome guys. The CRJ, the much anticipated CRJ version 2.1.10 is finally released. And like I said, while the pro himself, YourSim CFI, comes and streams it for you guys later on, he's on his way home right now, I will do my best to showcase this bad boy for you guys. I have the Boris AudioWorks Soundpack as well, which should be fun. And we're in, as V1 Sim calls it, La Garbage. I don't know why they call LaGuardia La Garbage, but I think it's a mighty fine airport. But yeah, we are going to fly this bad boy. Now, full disclaimer, let me get all the disclaimers out of the way. I haven't flown this thing since pretty much the previous update, and I haven't streamed it in forever, so excuse me as usual if I'm a little bit rusty, but we'll try our best here. So, we are on VATSIM. Let me see if anybody is online. Nope, we only have Atlanta Center online, which doesn't apply to us. I did get an auto ATC message right here that says there does not appear to be any controller providing clearance delivery services at your departure airport. Please squawk 2765. I'm just going to write that down so I don't forget. 2765. Okay, cool. That's our squawk code. And cool. Let's put that on the side here, and let's see if we remember how to fly this bad boy. Let's go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already, guys. I'd really appreciate you helping the algorithm kind of share this with more people. Let me just make sure the vertical stream's working as well. Yes, it is. Okay, good. We are good to go. I'm going to hop in the pit, and let's get things started. First things first, I'm going to turn on my iPad here. And so no checklist for now. We're gonna import our operational flight plan. How do I turn up the brightness on this? Options, there must be a brightness. Brightness. No. Okay. Well, oh, there it is. Brightness. Oh, it's already 100%. Huh. Okay. So maybe a little feedback for Aerosoft right off the bat. To me, it's kind of dark. I don't know, maybe it's the lighting outside, although it's not too dark outside. So to me, that seems kind of dark. You guys let me know what you think. But we are flying from LaGuardia to Toronto today, 376 nautical miles, and expecting a cruising altitude of 360, so 36,000 feet. We'll refresh the weather. Now we have according to SimBrief, we're going direct to Gale after departure, but I've actually looked through the SIDS and I found a standard instrument departure that will connect us to Gale, so we'll do that. AppGeek says, yeah, it's a little dark. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a little dark. But yeah, so that's good to go. I think I could send that to FMS when we're ready. Aside from that, we're going to go to aircraft, and ground power is removed, so let's go ahead and connect that. Chocks are currently in place, as you guys can see. Good. We can get this. Actually, I'll hold off on the boarding until I kind of set this up a little bit, do the minimum. So battery master is going on, and we're gonna go ahead and connect the AC power. There we go. So AC power is going to the aircraft. My Sims do that thing where it gets kind of choppy and I have to click Alt-Enter, but cool. Where's our nav lights here? Nav lights go on. Cool. Anything else we need to worry about up here for now? So DC service can remain off, that's fine. Gens are all on auto, including the APU gen, and we don't touch that. We're good with the logo lights for now. Fuel pumps can remain off for now, and the bleed source is on both engines, but it's on auto, so it doesn't matter. It will take care of all that for us. We can go ahead and get the 3A pump on for now. And we'll go, what's the cabin pressure? So it's going to be, for landing, our landing elevation at Toronto is 569. So it's 140 right now. I think every click might be 20. So let's see, yeah, 200. So let's see, 220, 240, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80. We'll keep it at 580 feet, good. The packs, again, I am not going according to any sort of real-world JAS procedures, but I'm going to go ahead and turn the packs on right now. Recirc fans, we'll keep that on. And the aft cargo condition, I'll turn that on. I believe SimCFI turns it on after engine start, but yeah, hopefully we won't forget that one. Windshield heat. So I'll go ahead and I think it's already, yeah, there we go. Low, low, good. Why are the probe heats, are these on or off? I can't tell. Okay, they're off right now. Cool. So we'll keep those off. And emergency exit lights, go to armed. Passenger signs, so seatbelts can stay off, but no smoking, turn that on. So we're all good up there. Cool. The IRSs need to get aligned, so I'm going to go over here and go nav on the IRS 1 and 2, and we can go ahead and turn on the standby radio as well. Put it on standby there. Cool. Now I do have hydraulic pressure because I've turned on the 3/8 pump, so I believe I can go stab trim and mock trim. Hopefully it's not too early. So yaw damper. I meant yaw damper and mock trim, sorry. So yaw damper, right now it's telling us it's off. Okay, we'll hold off on that until a little bit later. Stab trim. Mock trim. Those I can turn on. Now, let's go over here and to the McDo or whatever you want to call it. AvGeek says I can fly if you go back to LaGuardia. We'll see, man, because I might have to work after, but we'll see. And I think SimCFI is going to be streaming after as well. So our nav database is good till 10th of July 2025. Good. Let's go here. FMS position, Kilo, Lima, Golf, Alpha. Put that in there. And go next. Grab the GNSS1 position. Go back here. Set that. Now I know SimCFI also does some general things before he starts. So not status. Pause in VOR, DME. VOR, yes. DME, yes. So that's on. GNSS control, enabled, good. Okay, that should be good for now. We'll sync the FMS coordinated mode and display on mag. That's good. Magnetic. There was somewhere where he went, made sure all the VORs and stuff. I think we already did that. Yeah, this one. Okay. Now I can come over here to the flight plan and I can send it to the FMS like that, and it should populate. And there it is. Now, in terms of the weather, LaGuardia information as of 1451. Why is that so old? Let's grab our Navigraph. So we'll go LaGuardia, weather, field is VFR. You guys can see it on the vertical stream, and I'll go display capture so you guys can see it on the horizontal stream as well. As of 1551, that's more like it. So about 22 minutes old. Winds are out of the south. Out of the northeast, 050 at 7 knots. We're expecting runway 13 today for departure. So that's going to be a 7-knot crosswind from the left. Good visibility, we've got 10 statute miles. Few clouds at 6,000 feet, few clouds that are broken at 15,000 broken, 25,000, temperature 28, dew point 18, altimeter 29er. So I'm going to set the altimeter. Let me bring this down so we can get it out of our way for now. So 2999, that's set on the left side, right side, and let's not forget about the standby. Good. So for our departure today, can we get the charts out? Where's the charts? Right here. Beautiful. Origin. We don't need to do that. We can just go use FMS plan. Beautiful. Origin. We'll pin the 10-9 chart. So we're currently here at LaGuardia Gate 51. That's where Jazz operates from. And this is a real-world Jazz flight as well. Jazz 991. departing from LaGuardia to Toronto in real life. That's good. Cool. The next thing is our standard instrument departure. So I was having a look, and this one works just fine for us because we filed our first basically FMS waypoint is Gale. So we're going to Gale, and let me turn up the sounds a little bit because we got the sweet Boris Audio Works installed, the Soundpack. So I think this SID kind of fits us pretty well. We're going to Kiwi Max 220, 2,500 and above, and then Vobots 220, 4,500 above, then Goldman, and then we'll give ourselves direct to Gale because there's not a lot of ATSM traffic right now. Top altitude's 5,000 on that. And we'll get that pinned as well. Now, according to my OFP, I believe we're getting out of here runway 13, as I said. Where's my OFP? View OFP. So yeah, this is definitely too dark. I think I find it a little bit too dark. I'm gonna message SimCFI to give him my little feedback there. Feedback number 1. iPad. What do we call it? What was the technical word for this? I'll just call it iPad for now. It's kind of dark. Could be brighter. I know he has he's working on giving feedback for this aircraft to Hans, which is the person that works on this at Aerosoft. Droodles, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. So if I go to routing, yeah, runway 13 direct Gale, but we'll give ourselves the SID as discussed. So we're gonna go departure, Goldman 8, and let's go format. That looks good. So basically, off runway 13, it's going to be a left turn to the south and then right turn out. We'll go here as well and double check the chart. Correction, right turn to Kiwi. That way, runway 13. We're going to execute that. That looks good. To Goldman, and we have the restrictions as well. Execute. And this is indeed the Goldman 8 for runway 13. Okay, good. For arrival at YYZ, what are we expecting today? So just to avoid having to go back and forth, I'll just look over here on the side. I have the flight plan. Link 3 to 24 left from WOZI transition. So Link 3, WOZI, and it's a relatively short flight. Maybe I can just do the runway. Actually, no, it's okay. We'll execute that and we'll load up the ILS approach later. So we can, if we come over here and switch this format range, that can take us over our plan and go MFD advanced, and we can kind of step through it. I want to make sure there's no discon. There should actually be a discon because, yeah, I'm going to vector myself. We'll probably pretty much go direct Gale, but I'll keep the discon there for now. That's fine. That's part of the SID. So Kiwi, Vobos, Goldman, and then next one's Gale on course. And we'll join the Link 3 from WOZI. And we'll go ahead and connect it to ILS 24 left when we're ready. So the FMS, the plan looks good in the FMS. Go back to ARC mode. Cool. Let's see if yaw damper can go on now. Alright, so maybe it was already on by default, and when I had trying to turn it on originally, I had turned it off, and now I just turned it back on, so that's fine. Radnav. So we're on Unicom 122.8. Let me just get the frequency for the CTAF here. Down in LaGuardia. We got JFK approach online. Does that apply to us, guys? Let me check. They should, right? Actually, no, that's JFK approach. What am I saying? It's not LaGuardia approach. Maybe I can tune them in and ask just in case. Well, it's called JFK approach. If anything, he'll maybe... okay, if I'm not sure, I'm actually going to check. I don't want to risk getting kicked out of VATSIM. 125.7. So let's actually check with them.
That's negative. I'm only covering Kennedy right now.
Okay, he said he's only covering Kennedy right now. So someone else I think already asked him that question. So I'm gonna tune him out. I'm gonna go. Okay, you know what? I'll ask. I'll ask just to be safe. I don't even have a ATIS online, but Kennedy approach. Just out of curiosity, Jazz 991. We're at LaGuardia. Are you controlling LaGuardia?
That's negative. I'm only covering Kennedy right now.
Roger, thank you, Jazz 991. Alright, cool. So we don't need to worry about JFK approach. CTAF.
JetBlue 817 2000.
18.7 is the CTAF frequency. 18.7.
17, yeah, capital Squawk 462.
And on the backup, 1228. Cool. LaGuardia traffic, Jazz 991 radio check. We actually don't need to do that since we already confirmed JFK approach can hear us. And let me just check the vertical stream. Alright, all is well. Cool. Alright, we can go ahead and set the payload, and actually I'll get GSX boarding as well, just for fun. Whatever the default is, sure. Southwest. Passenger door open. Forward cargo open. Do we need the aft cargo? We'll open that anyway. Alright, cool. What's going on, Just Me? Says midday stream. Yes, sir. Welcome, welcome, Just Me. Appreciate ya.
Do you want to board crew? Pilot's boarding starting.
Here they come with the baggage.
Crew boarding starting.
I got some coffee, I got some orange juice, ready to go. Alright, for my payload, I believe I can just do it from here. So instead of doing all this, I wonder if I go to flight plan, set payload and fuel. I'm pretty sure I could do that. So just to confirm, I need 8.8 fuel, 8,800 pounds of fuel today. And my payload, I'm expecting 72 passengers, 0 fuel weight, 62,100 pounds. So if I click set payload and fuel, there we go. I felt a little shake, so that means that's working. 72 passengers. Set payload and simulator, it's already set. Takeoff trim is 7.4.
Passengers boarding starting.
That's cool. And we got 8.8 on board, and fuel quantity 8.8 on board confirmed here as well. So if I go to index, not that. I'm looking for the perf. There we go. Perf in it. We can send this to FMS, I believe. Copy perf init data to FMS. That's copied. So 72 passengers, cruising altitude of, I said, what did I say? 340 today, or 360, correction, 360. Go clear that. Maybe it wants. Yeah, so flight level 360. Alternate cruise altitude. I think our alternate is the Trenton Air Force Base. I don't know why VATSIM gives me that. But in any event, it'll be 15,000. So 0 fuel weight 62.1 confirmed. Okay, perfect. We're going to go next page. ISO deviation on today's flight, it is plus 12. Degrees warmer than normal. Our climb winds, let's see here on the side, 258 at 28. Just kind of take the average. And that's true. 290 at 32 at cruise. $251.25. Taxi fuel, I need 500. Oops. 500. And reserves. Now, does the reserve include the alternate? I know in the 737 it does. In the RJ, does it include the the alternate? I'm going to go ahead and assume no. Final reserves 1.5. Yeah, because alternate's actually there already. For my alternate to Trenton Air Force Base, it needs 2, so that's incorrect. Okay, I'll assume that the reserves does include the alternate. So 3.4. That's a question for SimCFI. 3.4. Okay, that's not it. 3400. Every aircraft's different. Good. So reserves is there. Interesting how it says that you need that much fuel for your alternate. I'm not sure where it's getting that from. But previous page. So this is executed, I believe. It's good to go. VNAV setup 290 on the climb. 250 till 10,000. Target speed 300, 360. And that looks good to me. Advisory VNAV, this is what I was looking for. Does it take flex temperature? Where's the performance calculator? Takeoff performance, it's just right here, eh? Doesn't give me any flex, so how am I supposed to know what flex setting to use? That's another question for SimCFI. How do you pick your flex temperature? So V1, flaps 8 departure today, dry runway condition 38, 39, 49. So boarding seems to be completed actually. There they go. So I'm going to go ahead and do GSX reset position. I'm going to set all this. So we got 38, rotation speed 39, and 149. Good. Top altitude I said on the SID was 5,000 feet. Top altitude 5,000. We'll go ahead and set that. Alright, 5,000 set. Cool. So IRSs are aligned. Stab trim, mock trim has been engaged. The other amper is engaged. What am I squawking? I got a squawk code 2765 is what I'm squawking today. I think I could do it from here, right? Is it radio? ATC at 2765. 2765. And that's squawking standby. Let's go. How do we squawk? Might be auto. Probably not. If anybody remembers how to squawk mode Charlie, please let me know. Let's see. There's nothing a good Google won't tell you. Squawk mode. Switch to transporter to auto or on. There we go. On, okay, good. So it is on auto. Let me see if I'm squawking. Nope, I'm not squawking mode Charlie just yet. I knew how to do this, guys. I completely forgot. Not the TCAS. Not standby. Not TA only. It has to be on auto. Oh, this is where it was. Squawk. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm a little rusty with the CRJ. Cool. So I think we're pretty much ready to get out of here now. We have 8,835 fuel on board. Let's go seatbelt signs. On. Fuel pump. On. Good. And we'll go APU. I'll actually close up the doors. Aircraft. So we'll keep the GPU connected for now. Passenger doors can go bye-bye. Close, close. Aft cargo closed. Good. And we have... We'll turn on the rest of our hydraulic pumps to auto. Good. And we'll go beacon lights on as we're about to start our engine. We'll go APU. There's something called a bite test that SimCFI talks about. APU in bite, load control valve open, APU shutoff valve open. And start it up. Let's hear the sounds. Oh, baby. Oh, your SimCFI is in the house. Are you in the air right now? ATC knob above, stab trim. Yep, we got it. Welcome, SimCFI. I think he's flying right now in real life. I'll turn up the sounds a little bit. Oh, you just landed? That was quick. That was a quick flight, man. Welcome back to Toronto. We're flying your baby. Alright, cool. Where's my checklist here? So, crew oxygen mask. We'll pretend like all this is done. We're not going to do the originating checklist. Before start, passenger signs on, landing elevation set, altimeter 29999 set on both. FMS checked, IRS is aligned, nav, radios and nav set, takeoff briefing. So, We are expecting airport 10-9. So we're at gate 51. We're going to push back nose right and taxi to 13 via either from spot 8 Alpha or 7 Alpha onto Bravo. So we'll take maybe Kilo. Actually, no, I'll take probably Juliet. Juliet, Bravo, and then it turns into Papa. We'll cross runway 22 at Papa and line up and wait 13. For departure, we're expecting the Goldman 8. It's basically a right turnout, constraints as briefed. After Goldman, I'll probably give myself direct Gale. MSA is 2,900. We don't have ATC online. Top altitude 5,000 is set. Runway heading is what? What's my runway heading today? Let's go back here. 134 on the runway heading. Thank goodness for the free scrolling mouse wheel. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here hurting my thumb. 134 heading set. Cool. Please start with Papa. Yasser's in the house. Love your content, dude. Where can I buy your merch? Don't have any merch yet, you troll. You're my buddy. You know I don't have any merch. But by the way, if you're using Boris sounds, it breaks the autopilot disconnects. Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know. Is this study level, and do you recommend? I don't know. I'm not the person to ask, man. You can ask your SimCFI. He's a real world RJ pilot, so I have no idea if it's study level or not. Now we'll go clear to start. APU is on. Electrics check. Let's go check our electrics. Elec. So APU gen has automatically taken over. So I wonder if I click this. I think I do have to click this out. Yes, I do. Cool. Let's go. So electrics check. Takeoff data is set. Doors closed and locked. Beacon on. Fuel pumps and quantity checked. Hydraulic pumps on. Parking brakes are set for now. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the chocks. So aircraft. Remove chocks. Make sure we're clear. We're going to push back onto the alley here. So nose to the right. Alright, cast messages are also checked. Cool. Hopefully we're not missing anything. What's going on? Resin Aviation. Sadly, I gotta wait for the Microsoft Marketplace to upload. Yeah, I got mine from the Aerosoft 1, so luckily it was the update was ready to go. GSX. Push back in departure. I'll just pick a random one. I don't know. Swissport International, why not? And how do we get rid of the jetway? It already does it automatically. Perfect. Now I wonder if nose wheel steering gets armed before engine start or after engine start. Anti-skid is already armed. I'm not going to touch that. And we got 11 likes. I appreciate you guys. Let's see if we can get to 15 likes on the stream, guys.
LaGuardia traffic, 5064 is 25 miles.
So stab trim, I had already turned it on earlier. I don't know if I did it too early or not, SimCFI, but it's already engaged. I don't see any cast messages here for the stab trim. I had engaged it earlier on. Unless you mean stab trim for takeoff. It's 7.4. Do I do that now before taxi? Okay, cool. I can do that. Where is it? Controls. Where's my flight controls? Right there. It's 7.4, so just a little bit. There we go. Nose down. 7.4 stab trim set. Thank you. This plane really does make you work. Kind of seems like the window is like tinted or something. It's like grayed out. So it's gonna be a nose to the right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
APU bleed is automatic, right? I believe it's all automatic here. Alright guys. Whoa, why are you going forward? What are you doing? GSX? Thank you. I'll go ahead and arm. Actually, no, you don't want to arm it because the tug is connected. I think that's what it was. You don't want to accidentally use 3000 psi of pressure to break the tug. So I'll arm the nose wheel steering after. Hopefully we'll remember that. Starting engine, I believe, do they do 2 or 1 first in the RJ? I'll go with engine 2. Right over here, right engine. Start. I think I have to hold it. There we go. Packs are off. I hear it. So we're looking for N2, I believe 20% and ITT 120. Something like that.
Please set parking brakes.
Alright, give it fuel. Parking brakes.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start. Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention as we will... belt fastened during the entire flight in case of
Alright, we got a good start. Starting left engine. We got N2. They still haven't fixed the ITT thing.
Bypass pin removed.
Fuel.
Left is
Come on.
clear. Right is clear.
There we go. No, I think I might have accidentally shut it down because of that accidental click thing. That's fine. Let's go shut off. Hopefully that won't screw up the sequence.
Traffic, Endeavor 5064, 10 mile final, runway 4, LaGuardia.
Sim problems when you accidentally click stuff. Let's try again. Starting engine, the left engine. Start. We got N2. We'll make sure not to shut it off again this time. There we go, 20%. Idle. Fuel flow. I just saw your message as well on the vertical stream, SimCFI. Alright, cool. We got 2 good engines. You can come up here and shut off the APU now. And we'll go aft condition air. Now, is it on this setting or is it on this setting? We'll go to conditioned air. Probe heats on. Windshield heats already on. I think we're good to go there. I'll turn on my flight directors as well. That is set. Flaps are going to come to 8 for departure. Set. Nose wheel steering. They are all disconnected and ready to go. Nose wheel steering armed. And pretty much you arm your reverser before takeoff, but I'll do it now so I don't forget. Let's do a checklist. After start, generators. We'll check the electrics real quick. So gens have taken the load, beautiful. Electrics checked, bleed valves, auto packs on, APU off, anti-ice not required, nose wheel steering armed. Slats, flaps 8 set and indicating. Flight controls. Let's do the rudder check. We'll go flight controls over here. Full right, observe neutral. Full left, observe neutral. And actually, I know SimCFI does the ailerons check during taxi, but I'll just do it now. Full left, observe neutral. Full right, observe neutral. Elevators, full aft, full forward. Whoops, forgot the flight control cam. Let's do it again. Full left, observe neutral, and on the vertical stream. Man, streaming, especially on 2 different things, on vertical and horizontal, you're literally like juggling like a circus clown. Full right, neutral, full aft, forward. Flight control test complete. Good. Turn this off, and we'll turn that off in the vertical. Good. Go back to the stat page. CAS messages are checked.
Traffic 56-4 is vacated, runway 4, taxiing to the terminal. Via Romeo.
Brake temperature checked. How do you check the brake temperature?
LaGuardia.
Oh, it's right here. So I'm assuming if there's nothing wrong with it, it won't tell me anything, right? All right. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's get out of here. And that's the toga button when we're ready for it. Let's go. Let's get our charts out. LaGuardia traffic, Jazz 991, Jazz 991 taxiing runway 13 via Juliet Bravo, crossing runway 22 at Bravo. Correction, Papa. All right. Let's go, guys. Now, as part of this release, SimCFI told me that they've made it very sensitive for, like, the nose wheel steering is very sensitive before or less than 45 knots, and then after that the rudder takes over. So I'll keep that in mind. Clear right, clear left. Okay, I have somebody over here. I'll give way to him. Let's see if he's turning in. LaGuardia traffic, Jazz 991 will give way to the RJ on Alpha. Or is he coming into the alley where we are? Hopefully he'll we'll give him way. Alright, let's go. Clear left, clear right. It's our block time. Never mind these stupid trucks. Y'all didn't see anything. Man, the trucks just keep on coming, eh? Alright. Let's get on Juliet. From Juliet onto Bravo. And we got the FeelThere LaGuardia scenery as well. So clear right and clear left. So Bravo turns to Papa and we'll cross 2-2 at Papa, line up and wait. Takeoff config is okay. Good. We'll go takeoff and landing, and I'll go ahead and turn on the takeoff and landing right now. Recog lights please. On. LaGuardia traffic Jazz 991 crossing runway 22 at Papa, LaGuardia. Clear right. Clear left. Alright, transponder should be transponding by itself, like TCAS should engage. That's cool. Then we got Unicom in the backup. The brakes feel really good on this new update. Very linear. And mind you, that's with my crappy Cytec pedals as well. Alright, let's hold short Golf. Holding short 1-3 at Golf. No rush. Parking brake set. That's fine. Lights and strobes. We're cleared for takeoff. We'll give ourselves takeoff clearance. On. Manual cross feed. I believe that's the one. Checked. Transponder CAS on and set. Terrain radar display not required, and CAS messages. Now I know he boxes these. Is this how you do it? Box CAS messages? There's no CAS messages to box, I guess. Cool. Let's line up. And let's get our chart out. Sid, Goldman, 8 departure to the north. Let me just double check I'm on CTAF 118.7, good. LaGuardia traffic, Jazz 991, departing runway 13, Goldman 8 departure to the north, LaGuardia. Alright, speed 220, 2500 or higher, 4500 or higher, so I'll just go straight to 5000. Alright, final is clear, parking brakes off, let's go. Remember guys, no auto throttle, check. So that should be fun, as always. Final's clear. Okay, takeoff. Runway 13 checks. You guys ready? Alright, let's go. We'll go. Everything's armed, good to go. Now I believe he brings it, SimCFI brings it over to the screw here for a little bit above the screw to line, to stabilize the engines, and then we go to Toga. So let's do that. Stable. Set takeoff thrust. Thrust set. 80. A little bit of crosswind from the left. One, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Speed mode. We'll go nav, FMS1 captured. Thousand feet, flaps 1. Log up. We'll go 220 max. Okay, should be direct gale. Flaps up. We'll go autopilot. Let's go Goldman, execute, give myself a nice little shortcut, that's fine. 5,000, we'll continue climbing, speed mode. Climb thrust, that's what we forgot to do. Okay, it's way over speeding, my bad. Speed mode again. Try this again. Don't want to bust that speed rack. Okay, that ship's already sailed. Things happen so fast in this freaking plane. Climb 250. There we go. Climb thrust. Just go all the way up to 10,000 for now. So speed mode. There we go. And then we'll give ourselves direct gale. Confirmed. Execute. FMS1. Sorry for that messy takeoff, guys. I'm kind of rusty with this aircraft. But we're out. LaGuardia traffic. Jazz 991 departed runway 13. The Gale 1 departure to the north. Climbing out of 6,700. Last call, LaGuardia. Alright, that was a little bit hectic. What's going on, Swerve? Welcome to the stream. And we'll continue climbing. Speed mode. Don't overspeed. 250. Thank you. This thing's a rocket ship right now. We'll go all the way to 340. Alright. 340 selected. 10,000. Bug up. 300. Manual crossfeed off, reversers off, and we'll go taxi lights, landing lights, seatbelt signs off. Let's go over here. Yeah, I definitely need some more practice with this aircraft. Emil says hello. I just returned from the driving range. How was it? Yeah, I don't like that I oversped there, but aside from that, whatever. Hopefully the landing will be a little smoother. Things happen so fast on takeoff in this aircraft. Like if you forget to go climb thrust, it'll just start overspeeding, obviously. But all that comes with practice, guys. Practice makes perfect. One 5,000 climbing flight level 340, and I'll go to Unicom.
Clear, 19, taxi back to 19 for departure.
It felt really good on takeoff. Notice no more sticking. What do you mean by sticking? It was so hot outside, but the best drive I did was 125 yards. Nice. I think my my record is like 180 yards, something like that. That was probably an accident too. Probably a fluke on my end because I can never consistently get it over 125 yards. No way. But yeah, it felt pretty good. We'll see how it feels on landing. As long as you're not upside down on this aircraft, you're doing good. SimCFI was probably watching that takeoff like, I'm gonna puke in my mouth. It used to stick to the ground before while, oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. It felt lighter. The nose did feel lighter. Transition. Coming up. Standard. 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 2992 set 3 times. Yeah, there's no VATSIM online, so I'm like, I'll just give myself direct on the SID. So I pretty much took off, took a little right turn, and instead of going Kiwi, Vobos, Goldman, I just went straight Goldman. That's fine. So we'll go. Where's my chart for the arrival? We are going through. Actually, we're past the clouds. That's fine. Charts. Let's see. So it's on departure airport right now. We'll go YYZ. We're on the link 3 for 24. So although I oversped, I'm pretty happy that I caught it kind of early. We're doing like 260, 270. So we did overspeed by like 10, 20 knots, but forgive me, guys. Fuel crossfeed, auto, bleeds and APU set, thrust reversers off. Cast messages checked. Descent is next. So it is a relatively short flight to Toronto today. Jules says what we thought is to hold side stick forward to keep nose gear down to get better grip on the nose gear. Well, this aircraft has a yoke, not a side stick, but yeah. So weather waits plates for the approach, as SimCFI says. So weather, let's check the weather down in Toronto. Flight plan, refresh weather. And guys, let me know if my voice is like too quiet compared to the sounds. As of 16:29, so 36 minutes old, winds are 140 at 7. So are they landing west or are they landing east? Let me check. Flight radar here. Flight radar 24. Let's see which way they're landing. They're still doing west, eh? Okay. So 140 at 7. I'm doing 24. Left crosswind. That's fine. 7 knots. Light rain, broken 12,000, 25,000, temperature 25, dew point 17, altimeter 29 or 89. I'll write that down so I don't forget. 2989, good. Okay, flight level 250, climbing 340. So we got the weather down in Toronto. We'll do runway 24 left. So charts. Link 3 is there. We'll go approach. ILS 24 left, and we'll get the airport chart as well. 10-9. Good. So we're Wozy. We're expecting the Link 3 arrival from Wozy to Easton. To Ling. Wozy, Easton, Ling. And at youth, you want to be between 11 to 13,000, 250 knots. Why is youth is not there because I haven't done the transition yet. Okay, so let's enter our runway. But before that, we're doing weather weights plate. So, what's my weight? Where does my gross weight show here? If I go performance, where's my land? Is there a landing? I guess this is just the landing performance calculator. Easy enough. I guess we're just VREFing 140. Cool. It is actually wet, but does that matter for the approach? Not really. What is this? I wonder what happens if I click this. Oh, there we go. So conditions wet. Refresh METAR, CYYZ, reverser dual, calculate landing distance. So we need 1824, it's in meters, and we have, or 6,000 feet, and runway 24 left is pretty much 40% longer than that. Now, SimCFI, I don't know if he's still there, but do we do VREF plus 5 in the RJ? Or is it just VREF? We'll do VREF +5. You'll need a little bit more distance, but you're good. Return there. So 140, I guess 145 would be our approach speed. So I'm going to enter the runway data. ILS 24 left approach vector, so I'm not going to take it from Cetra. And I'm going to go, let's get this out of the way. Let's go here. Just make sure we're happy. Oops, not that. Oh, does it not run through because I haven't executed it yet? Okay, that's fine. We'll go cancel modification and I'll go departure, arrival, runway 24 left. We'll join WOZI. Okay, it wants me to do it on this side. So we'll execute, so let's check this. WOZI Easton Lane Youth at 1000. Between 13 and 11 and 250 knots. Good. 303 for 340. After youth is going to be BIMPO 8000. You're flying to Tokyo. Nice, Gabriel Diaz. 210 knots, 8000. Verco Mayrod. And then we are on the left downwind for 24 left. So, happy with that. Let's execute. And we'll clear that disc on. Execute. And we'll go plan. MFD advanced. Next. Alright, left downwind for 24 left. That looks good to me. Now, in the rad nav, I think this is auto-tuned. Yeah, auto-tuned, so we don't need to worry about that. We'll just go green needles when we're ready on base. LAX to Tokyo, cruising at flight level 340, speed set to 300 knots, flight time 10 hours estimated. Wow. I don't think I've done anything longer than like 5-hour flight in the sim. We're getting about 700, 600 feet a minute-ish on the climb out. I would manually tune both. That's what we do in real life. The auto tune is not to be trusted. Okay. Can I do that from now? Because I don't want to forget. Honestly, in the sim CFI, it's always worked for me, but I'll go with what you're saying. Approach. 24 left. 1195, 237 on the course. So does that mean I got to go manual in that case, or can I still put it in? 1195. Oh, it switches to manual. Okay. The other thing in this, it only does one side. If you want to make sure you have both sides tuned, the auto tune will only do. Oh, okay, gotcha. You can do it now. Cool. So 1195. It's already in there. Oh, nav 2, of course. 11, my bad. 1195. And I guess in that case, well, the course I can't set yet because I'm not green needles, right? Alright, cool. You can do both frequency from one. Yeah, I got it. can I be the moderator? I don't think I've ever seen you in chat, dude. 330 to 340, climbing. And what's going to be my VNAV profile for the cruise? 300, cool. Flight level 331 for 340. Let's try to do everything correctly from now, because that takeoff really made me angry at myself. I did not want to overspeed like that. So I think, again, simply if I said flight level 316 and above, it automatically switches to Mach from indicated airspeed. So 0.74 is what we want to cruise. So actually we want to bring the speed down, right? Alt cap. I'll let it settle down before I bring the speed back a little bit. There's alt cap, flight controls. Let me show you guys. So no auto throttle, check. We'll kind of let it slow down for now. I'll cruise 0.74. We're in no rush to get to Toronto, and that should slowly come down in speed. Good. Course should also set auto set. Just verify when you go from white needles to green needles. It says 237. Okay. Where do you see 237? So we're slowing down nicely. And I believe the heading you can auto sync, right? I love that feature about the RJ. No auto throttles, but randomly auto heading sync. Okay, we'll take it. It will be left side under local 1 on PFD once you go... Oh, once you go green needles, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Now if I go MFD advanced, nope, not that. MFD menu, was it? Ah, this is what I was looking for. As part of that initial setup, I think SimCFI goes like that. There we go. That's what I was looking for earlier. Navaids, high navaids, low navaids. Sure. We'll turn all that on. Airports, no, I don't want to see that. Alright, Mach 7.4, we're going to bring up the thrust a little bit to keep that. Maybe something like that. We'll see how it works out. So my cruise says it's bugged up 90.6, but I am speeding a little bit, so I'm going to bring it down. We'll see how 88 does, 87. Just very small adjustments. We'll set the minimums for landing 747. Still kind of speeding. Bring it down a little bit. We'll go DH. I think MDA because I don't want the height. That's not. I don't want the radio altimeter. So we'll go DH and 747. So we're gonna click that in and go 750. Slow down a little bit. And on the FO side as well. 750, set. Okay, let's do a quick brief. So we're expecting the Ling 3 arrival from the north. Wozy transition. We're going Wozy, Iston, Ling, Youth, Bimpo, and on the downwind. Constraints are as briefed. MSA 3,100 feet. No VATSIM online. And we're going to join the ILS 24 left. We'll vector ourselves probably somewhere between Setro and Lizdu. Kind of slowing down to 7.4, that's fine. It's chart 11-7, dated 14 February 25, effective 20 February 25. India Delta Papa 111.95 is set on both sides. Final approach course 237, we'll set that when we go green needles. Glide slope check at Kyrex, 5.5 DNME, 1970 feet. Minimum 747 set, left and set right, 750. In case of mist, climb heading 237, so runway heading to 1.5 from the localizer, climbing left turn to 3,000 feet, heading 159 to intercept outbound YYZ radial 189 to Petvo. And it's left turns, non-standard, so parallel entry and left turns, it's all nav, FMS. And who are we kidding? If we have to go miss, we'll just do a left downwind and come back. Touchdown zone elevation 547 feet. We'll expect SSALRs and PAPI. And again, no VATSIM. Toronto weather is pretty good. Any questions? No questions. Thank you. Now my descent, it says 1500 for meeting that descent altitude restriction of between 11 and 13 for youth. I believe you can also do it this way. VNAV, descent info. Yeah, youth. So why is it saying 15 but here it's 1100? Interesting. It wants me at youth between 11. Okay, cool. I'll go by the VNAV window. Also, this one descends a lot faster than the previous one. So once it requires 2,700 feet a minute, I would start down at 3,000 idle thrust, no spoilers required, unless really needed. Gotcha. So we'll wait for 2,700. 24 left, exit Delta 4, 195. 24 left, exit Delta 4, 195 visual back to BLS. You're briefed. Is it that easy? Consider yourself briefed. Alright, I'm at the speed I want. I'm gonna give it a little bit more throttle here. Okay, so far so good. Aside from the takeoff, I'm not doing too bad. Oh yeah, and actually, let me check the... Let me change the Navigraph window for the vertical stream as well, so you guys can see where we're going. My bad. There we go. Yeah, I don't see any VATSIM online, so... What is my tower frequency for Toronto? CTAF CYYZ 18.7. I think we're already in the box. 18.7. We'll put it on our... Yeah, it is pre-selected. Okay, so 18.7. We're on Unicom for now. That's fine. I've noticed in the sim, everybody gives an IFR briefing all the time, but at least that's my company. We can do visual briefs and we can do IFR briefs. So if the clouds are below sector altitude, then it's IFR brief. Gotcha. So how does the VFR briefs go? Just 24 left, exit Delta 4. What's 195 visual back to PLS? I don't know what that means. This is our top of descent. I don't trust this SimCFI. Why does it still say 1500? Shouldn't that be increasing? Or maybe you're not close enough yet. Is that why? Descent info. This one's increasing. 1300. And I'm going to roll back the throttles just a tiny bit here. Some guys say even less than that. Hey, the less work, the better. But yeah, the weather is definitely, the field is VFR down in Toronto today. So we have a little bit of a left crosswind. So 140, so we're landing 24, winds are coming this way at 14, so almost a left quartering tailwind, left crosswind-ish. And guys, if you're just joining me, I'd really appreciate the like button, smash it. It really does help the channel. Mach 0.75 again, I'm going to bring it back. I want to keep 7.4. Love it. Love those sounds. Yeah, SimCFI, this is 1400, this is 1500. I'm guessing maybe, yeah, now they're both 1500. Now does it start to show up here? Let's see. Star, link 3. So yeah, the only one is 11,000. So actually I can select that now. We'll go down to 11,000. Sometimes I hear this random click and it kind of makes me uneasy because I haven't touched anything. Alright, 11,000 selected. Descent is stuck at 1500 still. Interesting. Waiting for that to increase. If I go to fix youth. Okay, so that's actually increasing. There we go. Hey, SimCFI, we might have found a bug. Use the direct intercept page, the VA kind of... Oh, okay, so you already know this. Cool. So that's kind of broken. So I'm not even going to put a fixed ring here. That's fine. I'll go with... You're saying use the direct intercept. Ah, okay, gotcha. So for youth, 1600, that one's kind of broken. Gotcha. And I don't know if you saw my WhatsApp, or not WhatsApp, the Discord message, but I feel like the this is kind of dark. Could you tell Hans to make it brighter? Kind of dark, man. Maybe it's just me, but actually it looked darker in LaGuardia down on the ground. Now it's kind of not that bad, but just my opinion. So we won't go by the VNav, and in fact I'm actually gonna turn that off since we'll go on, we'll go there. Index, or there we go. So right now it wants me at 17. SimCFI says 27, and then you'll start your descent. Mach 0.73, so slowing down a little bit. Let's give it a little bit more thrust. This aircraft really makes you work. Oh boy. Checklists, descent. So landing elevation is set 580. Fuel, what's the maximum imbalance that... Yeah, I replied to the Discord. All you have to do is turn the brightness up to... Yeah, I did that. I'm at max. Options. Where was the brightness? I did that. I know the brightness was there somewhere. Right here, brightness. It's already at max, man. Otherwise, it gets way too dark. What's the maximum imbalance that's allowed in terms of fuel imbalance? So I have 2750, 2780, so 35 pounds more on the right wing. That's fine. I'm sure that's okay. In the descent, Mach 0.77 transition to 290, roger. So even though my VNAV says whatever, it says 0.74, you're saying 77. So we'll go here, 0.77, transition to 290 knots, execute. I wonder if that changes this. So if I go youth 1800, okay, so we're still good. Bring the thrust back a little bit. 35 pounds is nothing. Yeah, exactly. I think the landing difference was 600. I'll have to go back and check though for different. Yeah, so in the 737 is 1,000. I learned yesterday. 1,000 up to 1,000 pounds of imbalance is tolerable in the 7.3. So we'll slowly go to 77 for the descent here. I'll actually give it a little bit more thrust to speed it up. And youth is telling me 1900, so we'll wait till 2700 to keep an efficient profile down. The bigger the plane, the bigger the imbalance. Yeah, the bigger the more tolerance you can have for imbalance, I guess, yeah. And that's assuming center tanks are empty. Here comes the snowflake for the VNAV. And we'll slow it down just a little bit since we're going Mach 0.78. So right now 2200 at youth coming up. Are we doing 3,000 feet a minute for the descent vertical speed? Or are we speed moding it? I believe vertical speed, right? Bring back the thrust a little bit. I feel like for CRJ streams, I should just keep my flight control cam on the entire time so you guys can see me fiddling with the throttles. For the vertical stream, I'll actually do the same takeoff and landing mode so you guys can see my flight control cam in the vertical stream as well. Alright, for youth it's wants 2,500, almost there. £800 is the difference. Alright. So youth 2,600 will be a little bit extra conservative. So let's go vertical speed mode. I believe he does 3,000 feet a minute. 2,700, there it is. Thrust idle. Vertical speed. $3,000. Let's see how that works out. So Mach 0.77 and then we'll transition to Interesting. So thrust idle 3,000 feet at flight level 320. It actually doesn't want to speed up SimCFI. How does that seem? Is it is that too? Is that like not slick enough, or is it too draggy, or what? I don't know why it's bugging that. Nope. I want. Okay, so now it transitioned to 290. I see. After 316, so 290 is my bug. Yeah, that's okay. Once you get into the 25s, it'll probably start to speed up a bit. Gotcha. So it's Mach 0.7. It's 3,000 feet a minute. Thrust idle. Should start to speed up. Yeah, it is kind of speeding up. Man, this aircraft is so fun to fly. It just puts you on your toes. Kind of gets boring with the 320, to be honest. That's okay. Well, I already read that. It's a little bit dry gear in the sun, but not that much more. Says preach. I don't know. In real life, though, I feel like, yeah, it's a perfect aircraft to get you started in your career because it puts you on your toes and you kind of get trained properly. But then afterwards, I'd want a 320 with the tray table, like Justin says. I'm in the car, voice to text. Oh, okay, Roger. Sorry if I'm like yelling through your speakers, man. Hopefully the Boris audio works are coming through. The sounds are coming through nicely for you guys. And as SimCFI was saying, we're passing flight level 255 now, and it's starting to speed up a little bit more. Now that we're getting more air molecules, it's getting thicker. Our indicated airspeed is obviously indicating more. Cool. I'll get my arrival chart out now. So we're about 60 to the south. Toronto traffic jazz 991 on the link 3 arrival, about 60 to the south of the field, inbound for the ILS 24 left approach, Toronto traffic. Then once you're, and that is realistic, it took a while for that to happen with all the lift and drag modeling. Then once you're about 13,000 feet, leave idle thrust, vertical speed 1200 and slow for 250. Okay, 13,000, Roger, thank you. A320 Neo is fun. Yeah. Fun to fly in real life because you don't have to do much. Don't get me wrong, the Phoenix product is probably one of my favorite in the sim, but now the temperature is, what are we doing? Static air temperature is -12, total air temperature is 8 degrees, so we are under 10 once I enter the cloud, I think. Or actually SimCFI was saying you have to warm it up first, the cals, right? So we'll go cal on, and it's going to probably be harder to slow down now. The altimeter setting, what's my altimeter setting down in Toronto? It is refresh weather. So now it's coming out of the south, 24. Okay, good. So it shifted a little bit towards our direction, but it's variable 150 to 210. So that is kind of crap. 2990 is the altimeter setting. 2990 transition coming up right now. 2990. So we'll go boom. 2990 set left, set right. 2990 set 3 times. We're about to go through not that much cloud, honestly, but I'm pretty sure automatically you've got to turn on the cows. You can go wings and cows all on for the descent, but it will get pretty warm quickly as you get lower. Okay. It is 13 degrees, so actually we don't need it, SimCFI. We'll go cows off, off. 13 degrees on the skin, 14 degrees, it's getting warm like you said, so. And I'm gonna decrease, actually, I was gonna be like, well, decrease the thrust. I didn't realize I'm at idle. He said at 13,000, 13,000, you can go ahead and go to 1200 and slow for 250. Got it. Toronto traffic jazz 991 approaching Ling on the Ling 3 arrival about 30 to the south inbound ILS 24 left approach Toronto. And actually I'm going to start going to the CTAF frequency now, so switch it over. And I love that my radio stack is actually working nicely with the CRJ. Don't worry about it, accelerating past 290, that's okay, just keep in mind it'll take longer to, okay. So that's 13,000. I think we can go 1,200 feet a minute. We'll bug up 250. Auto sync our heading, beautiful. Into the clouds we go, but total air temperature 17 on the skin, we're good. I gotta get my replay tool out as well. So guys, this is literally my first attempt at landing this bad boy. We have some variable winds, although the magnitude is not much, but hopefully we won't have any wing strike. There's Lake Ontario and there's the field. Pretty much on the downwind now. Or not yet actually, we're just passing Ling. Alright, I can go down to 8,000 for Bimpo. Checked. I'm going to bring down the display lights a little bit. It's kind of bright for me on the PFD. Okay, there we go. Alright, 1,400 descending, 8,000 for Bimpo, and 210 at Bimpo. So actually I'll slow it down further for 210 at Bimpo, coming up. SimCFI, do I do the VREF, which is 140? Do I do, or now it's 137, so we'll go set all. Actually it doesn't matter right now because I'm still 210, that's fine. But do we do VREF plus 5 or just VREF? On landing, start walking, throttles back at 30, plan to be idle by 10, start the flare at 20, hold the nose up under 10, okay. I should say 1200 or bug whatever the VNAV requires, as long as it's under 1413. It requires more than 1400 feet a minute. You will require spoilers. Okay, I'll keep that in mind if I can't slow down. So thrust is still idle. We're doing 1200. Maybe we do need some spoilers coming up to Bimpo. So spoilers. Let's see how that sounds. I'll guard the spoiler so I don't forget it's deployed. Wow, full spoilers out and it's barely slowing down. This thing is slick. Slick, slick, slick. Cool. Toronto traffic, Jazz 991, descending at 9,400 on a left downwind for ILS 24 left approach, Toronto. And that's very realistic. Yeah, it does seem slick. Alright. We're gonna get our ILS charts. Let me do it for the vertical stream as well. And we'll continue down to 3,000. Set. 210 for BIMPO. Alright, we actually met that pretty well. Couple hundred feet high. But 210 exactly, so that's good. And I'll give it a little bit of thrust to keep 210 for now. Did you manage to meet BIMPO? Yeah. I was literally 210 at BIMPO, SimCFI, and 8,200. So a couple hundred feet high, but not bad at all. We're descending 3,000 now for Lizdu. There's Billy Bishop Airport and downtown. I'll go 1,000 feet a minute. I'm in no rush. Actually, let's go more. Let's do 1,500 minute thrust idle. You're looking at where I'm driving right now. SimCFI is on the probably Gardner Expressway or something. Right there. Toronto traffic, Jazz 991 left downwind, ILS 24 left approach, Toronto. Let's slow it down to 200 because why not? Actually, that's a requirement in Canada. I think it was within 10 miles of a controlled airport and 3,000 feet. I guess we're over 3,000, but you do need to go to 200. We'll go heading sync as well. And I'll take flaps 1. Don't see an issue. Maybe a little bit early. As long as you're below 230 knots, you can do flaps 1 and 8. Cool. So our VREF is 137 plus 5. I'll do plus 5. Only below 3,000 yet. So I'm at 4.9, so it's not a required yet, but I'll slow down to 200. Why not? Not a lot of traffic around. And spoilers has been on this whole time, and we're still kind of slick. Spoilers deployed. Alright, that's fine. We'll give ourselves a long downwind. 1,000 feet to go. 3,000, and then missed approach was 3,000 as well. Cool. 4,000 for 3,000. I'm gonna go vertical speed, maybe 800 feet a minute. I'm gonna retract the spoilers. No plus 5 is required unless you have gusting winds. It is kind of, I feel it's gusty, but it's not in the METAR. But it is variable. But that's not necessarily gust, I understand. I don't know, it feels kind of turbulent-y. We'll go performance. Yeah, it's telling me 37. So we'll do 42 today. Just because it's a little bit squirrely. Alright, now I'll go heading mode. So push sync, heading. Good. And we'll go green needles. Course 237 is automatically set. Green needles 237 set. And we'll give ourselves the base. Turn right about now. Jazz 991, turn left heading, let's see. We'll do 270. Left heading 270, Jazz. 991. Jazz 991 in the turn, intercept the localizer. Intercept the localizer, Jazz 991. Torrent traffic, Jazz 991, turning left base, runway 24 left, Toronto. Alright, we're about 20 miles from the localizer, so a very long final. And I'll bug it down to 180. Flaps 1. Give me flaps 5. Now we want to maintain 180, so give it some thrust. .180. We'll go nav. Loc 1, armed. Alts cap. Maintain 180, please, simple. Give it some thrust. Good. 17.3 out. Localizer should be coming in. We'll go reversers armed. Ground spoilers are auto, that's fine. Landing lights. We'll light it all up. Where's the ding dong? Where's the chime? I want the chime. Alright, let's see if the localizer comes in. Hopefully it will. Localizer's alive. Checked. 180. We're maintaining that. Good. 137 plus 5. In the same, and real life 17 is a little too far to arm approach. You'll get... Yeah, that's why I just did nav only. I'm about to do approach mode soon, though. So it's capturing the localizer nicely. Loc 1 captured. And we'll do approach. At Lizdu, we'll go to approach. Glide slopes be, above us, that's fine. Throwing traffic, Jazz 991, 15-mile final, 24 left. Alright, cool. Not bad. So far, so good. And we're going to go set all. VREF 137 doesn't want to set for some reason. Oh, there we go. So don't do set all, just do set. Can't do set all. Anyways, so 142 will bug. I'll go approach mode. I'm about 13 out. Let's do approach mode. Approach. Okay, low captured, glide sloped, armed. And I'm going to start to slow it down. Glide slopes alive. I'll go idle thrust, let it slow down. And we're going flaps, was it 45 for landing or 30? I think 45, right? Full flaps. Glide slopes coming in. Okay, flight attendants advise. Flight attendants, please prepare please prepare for landing. Passenger signs. Oops, passenger signs. Don't want to get sued. On. Glide slope. Cap is coming in soon. Let's go gear down. Give it some thrust for the extra drag. Holy moly, it's shaky. So glide slope's not green. Why? There we go, glide slope. Just being a little bit more patient. 142, final approach speed today. And speed check flaps. 30. Flaps full. There's Downsview Airport that no longer exists. I think they decommissioned it. Oh shit, replay. Thank you, sir. Way too much going on with this aircraft. Okay. 130 knots, no thank you. Go up. Correcting. Thank you. There we are. Toronto traffic jazz. 991 short final. 24 left. Toronto. Alright, cool. Landing checklist is complete. Gear down 3 greens. Flaps 45 indicated. Reversers are armed. Missed approach altitude 3000 set, correcting for the speed and heading push to sync. Speed check, what is this nonsense? Yeah, I remember you telling me you guys don't have that, right? Alright, replays recording. Guys, let's do it. It is freaking gusty, man. And by the way, if you guys are wondering about the sensitivity settings, I was talking to SimCFI. I put it to -15 for the sensitivity for the roll and pitch. And about 4 dead zone, I think. It is shaky. Should I hand fly it, guys, or should I let the autopilot do its thing? It is freaking gusty. I feel it. And we got some left crosswind. I really hope I don't get a wing strike. Get a little fast, correcting. Speed is all over the place. Hand fly, new flight model. Okay, we got it. Autopilot off. And because of the Boris audio works, the autopilot disconnect sound doesn't work for now, but that's fine. 1000 check stabilized. Missed approach altitude 3000 set. A little bit of nose down trim. Yeah, I'm really fighting some gusts. A little fast, correcting.
500.
Check. Little high, correcting.
400.
Winds are
300.
out of the left side, I can feel it.
200. Minimums.
I think
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Minimums.
Alright, little wibbly wobbly, but aileron correction into the wind. I felt those gusts. Reverse is normal, decel. That was fun. We'll roll it out. Welcome to Toronto, guys. Maybe I could have cut the thrust a little bit later and it wouldn't have sank a little as much as it did, but I'm wondering, it didn't seem like a hard landing, but we'll see. Yeah, 186. We got 1.15 Gs, 186. I'll take it for the first try without any practice. Tone of traffic, Jazz 991, clear of 24 left crossing 24 right at Delta and to the gate. Tone of traffic. Welcome down to Toronto. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Smash that like button for that arrival. That felt good, man. I'm really curious to see what CFI thinks. So we did manage a butter on touchdown zone and center line with a little bit of a crosswind from the left. Alright, so the landing went a lot smoother than the takeoff. So as a debrief, the only thing I'm not happy with myself is the overspeed on takeoff because we forgot to set climb thrust. But aside from that, I'm pretty happy for my first try. Flight model feels great, but SimCFI will give his professional opinion on that. Strobe lights going off, landing lights off. And for the APU, I think SimCFI says see the crew, start the APU. So I'm not going to turn it on now because it turns on pretty quickly. Yeah, there you have it. Flight director's off. Let me stop the recording. So we're going to go all the way to Terminal 1. And turn traffic, Jazz 991 crossing 33 right at Delta to Terminal 1 via Alpha. Turn traffic. Pretty happy with the update. We'll definitely be flying it more. Okay, 3-3 right's coming up. I'm gonna go back to my strobe lights and
JetBlue 135 Toronto traffic, taxiing to runway 23 by Alpha Tango, Alpha
clear left.
Hotel, and also runway 23.
Clear right. Crossing 3-3 right. And then we're gonna go via Alpha. So left turn on, not Bravo here, but Alpha. I really love the way the brakes feel. It feels so much more linear and like, I don't know, just when I press a little bit, it engages. It feels more realistic. It's kind of like, even judging as a driver, just of a car, feels nice and linear. All right, I think Alpha was right there. Almost missed it. Alpha. And we'll go Alpha Mike right here to the gate. right. So we did manage a greaser. We'll call that a win. I'll take it. And I'll take any gate on the right side here. We'll take this one. Alright, APU. And has a kind of a good amount of inertia to it without any thrust. It just keeps rolling forward, which I'm sure is pretty realistic. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Toronto. Parking brakes. Set. And APU is on. Again, disarm our thrust reversers as well. Alright, engine 2, engine 1. Literally went into my parking garage at the landing part, gonna go back and watch it. That's the inertia thing, yeah. I was pretty happy with the landing, man. We managed the 1.15 G and 186 on touchdown zone, in the touchdown zone. We'll take it. So, beacon lights off, seatbelt signs off, and fuel pumps off. I guess packs can go off. Actually, I'll keep packs on for some conditioned air. And prop heats off, windshield heat off, hydraulics I'll keep 3A on. Actually, we don't need hydraulic power, right? So all off. And let's go GSX deboard.
Deboarding requested.
Awesome. Yeah, the wobble they still haven't figured out, but well done. RJ tiny slam is very real, hard to. Yeah, I got 186, so it's not. It wasn't even a. I guess it felt a little bit harder than it actually was in terms of the landing rate. But if I could critique something, I feel like I should have kept the thrust a little bit. Like I should have went idle a little bit later. I tried to do what you said, but everything's happening so quick. So the eyes at the end of the runway do nothing at 50. Then like 30, start working the power back at like 20 or whatever, power idle. I think I went power idle maybe at 25 or something like that, but I'll have to go rewatch it myself as well. But yeah, appreciate it, SimCFI. Let's go aircraft, ground power, wait, actually, chalk set, ground power connected. Now I can go ground power
Traffic,
on.
blue 13, Echo runway 23.
Beautiful.
Passengers to boarding started.
That was fun. I'll disconnect from Vatson. If you airbust it, it will hit a bit hard, but that's how it really happy with it now. Yeah, it felt good, man. It felt good. Again, guys, I hate to make excuses, but this was literally like what you see is what you get. I had zero practice, not even like one takeoff landing to check it out. I'm confident enough in my abilities now that I can just hop in the plane and start streaming it without worrying about making a too big of an ass out of myself. So we got to Toronto safe and sound. That's all I care about. Let's have a look at. So we got the FlyTampa scenery as always. We got the beautiful. This is one of the nicest sceneries in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's exactly how Terminal 1 looks. I want myself a Whopper right now. And of course we got Timmy's. We got a store that I would never shop at called Gucci because it's expensive. I'd rather do flight training. Awesome. Alright, let's look at the replay. I appreciate 14 likes on the channel. Thank you for whoever smashed the like button. Thank you. Let's see. And thank you to whoever watched on the vertical stream as well. Appreciate you guys. So I think what I can do now is roll the replay. Let me make sure I'm off Vatson. Disconnect. There we go. Let me show you guys the landing rate monitor. So we got 186, 1.15 Gs, and yeah. Close that. I'll go GSX reset position. Actually, say goodbye. Let's say goodbye to the passengers first. Let's come over here. Thanks for flying with us. Take care. See ya. Bye bye. Oh, that guy's hitting his head on the roof. That's like SimCFI. Short plane. Nice landing. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Nice landing, Cap. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Take care. See ya. Bye-bye. Alright, enough with the shenanigans. Let's go GSX, reset position. We'll restart the aircraft state to what? I guess ready for taxi. And that will get us ready for the replay. Just takes a second for the panel state to load. Talk about PTSD. Hold on, somebody said, PZ Soulman says, love your video. I'd ease back on the aileron into the wind right during landing. Otherwise, you're going to come too close to a wing strike. Just delay the aileron into a wind or second or two. Gotcha. Appreciate it. Are you an RJ pilot? Oh my God, talk about PTSD. When I get called a cap, I'm low-key triggered. Why? I'd love to be a cap. We'll go flaps full, reversers, armed. It doesn't really matter for the replay. We'll go landing lights, landing lights, landing lights, strobes, seatbelt, no smoking. Alright, let's watch the replay, guys. Means they don't know crap if they all meet, like, call you a cab. Okay. Replay. Alright, let's see this.
Please find valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
We'll do it from this view at first. Thanks for your subscription, PZ Solman. Appreciate you, man. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, it's like super easy to get a wing strike in this aircraft. At this point we're hand flying it, so you see all the aileron movement, that's me. Oh, not bad. Not bad, guys. I'll freaking take that. I will take that. Okay, it looked good from that view. Let's go back to here. Pause.
Don't sink.
Don't stink.
Find valid airport data at this position.
Don't sink.
Services are not available.
Don't sink.
Let's look at it from the outside. Oh, I forgot to
Don't sink.
close all the doors and stuff.
500.
Okay, don't worry about that. We'll look at it from this side. I honestly think the most challenging part in this aircraft is the takeoff. Everything happens so freaking fast. Okay, we held it. Yeah, not that bad. We got knocked off centerline a little bit by that wind. But aside from that, it wasn't the touchdown zone. I mean, I'll take it. All passengers are dead by now. Yeah, because the door was open. Yeah, don't worry about that. Let's see. Alright, SimCFI. It's your move.
Don't sink.
I'm looking forward to see your stream, and let's watch a professional do it. I gave you the appetizer, and here comes the entree whenever he gets to it. Appreciate you guys. I have to go work. So this was my extended lunchtime. I gotta go work. So I'll see you guys later. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and do hit that like button on your way out. Yeah, aside from that, see ya. I'm out. Take care, guys.
Don't sink.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hit your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a